So what we're going to look at here is a scan of the brain. And this is the first participant. I should note that this was the first pilot study that we did. And we've subsequently followed this up with a 50-person double-blind study. And the reason is because this study produced such exciting results. 12 out of 12 people had dramatic improvements in their cognitive function. And all of the participants were over the age of 60. So again, this means we would expect people over the age of 60 to have declining brain function. Now we're showing with X39 and with Carnosine, you don't have to accept that. You can still improve and recover what you lost. So here's a good example. A woman, 77 years old, yoga instructor. Session 1 is at baseline before X39 was applied. We activate the stem cells. 3 weeks later, a dramatic change and improvement. Session 3 is at 6 weeks. And again, you can see there's a continued improvement in brain function. Now, what are you really looking here when you see these change in colors? It simply means that the brain is going down into a more relaxed state, and the different regions of the brain now are communicating better. When the different regions of your brain are communicating better, you are in a better state of health. You're more calm, more relaxed, and when you're under less stress, you're going to have better health. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. Now, what about Carnosine? Well, yes, we have done multiple clinical studies on Carnosine, and this one that we're going to talk about this evening was specifically done on the use of Carnosine to not only help prevent but restore mental decline in people that are older. Now, this study was done by two very prominent researchers, Dr. Tom and Helen Budzinski, husband and wife. And Dr. Budzinski actually wrote a number of the neurofeedback textbooks that are used in college courses for people that are going to go into neurofeedback. So really brilliant guy. So he became interested in LifeWave and the potential of a number of our patches, such as glutathione and Carnosine. So you can go to the website, again, the science section of the website, and you can click on this. But I want to scroll down so we can take a look at the conclusion that was reached here, because I think you're going to find it very interesting. Okay. So Carnosine patches have definitely shown their worth in the study by those in the treatment group. And it's important when you read through the study, what you're going to see is that they found that in people over the age of 60, that Carnosine was improving their mental awareness, their alertness, their memory, and even the speed at which they process information. Now, imagine if you were an athlete, you were a competitive athlete, the speed at which your brain processes information could make the difference of you being a so-so player to being a great player. So this is how we're seeing Carnosine play a role in athletics. But for all the rest of us that are not professional athletes, if you want to succeed in the workplace, the speed at which your brain processes information, your overall memory, and cognitive capacity could make the difference between having an okay job and a great job. And certainly what we're showing here is that even after 30 days of using Carnosine, we're seeing improvements in people that are older and have experienced some cognitive decline. Okay, so you can go again and read through some of this. So this is really just all to say that as we age, we do not have to be in a position of saying, well, I'm going to age. I know my body's going to get weaker. I know that I'm going to start to lose my memory. That's really the old way of looking at life and at health. Today, we know that there are techniques that are available, such as using Carnosine and X39, where we don't have to be afraid of losing our memory, our focus, our stamina, muscle mass. There are solutions to these things. And Carnosine is extraordinarily powerful, and it's something that you should really look at and try.